So the first question is, Black Friday is trendy, but should you be participating in it? Which begs the question, are you selling a commodity? Perhaps what you might want to consider instead of a Black Friday sale is maybe an anti-Black Friday sale. Have you ever heard of the famous wine tasting study done at Caltech and at Stanford? What this economics professor did at Caltech is they got together a group of volunteers and they wanted to see how price would actually influence people's experience and reaction to an end product. So what they did was they gave the participants 5 different wine samples and they were told the price points for each of the wine samples. They ranged from $5 up to $90, the kind of middle of the road price being $45. And what the participants responded was that they liked the $45 bottle of wine better than the $5 bottle of wine, and they liked the $90 bottle of wine far better than the $45 bottle of wine. And they were able to verify that this was the case because they actually took scans of their brains and showed that while they tasted and evaluated the wines, their brains were scanned using a functional magnetic resonance imaging, or fMRI. And they consistently, when reporting that they liked the more expensive wines better, the fMRI confirmed that the area of their brain that showed higher activity, which was linked with the wines being experienced in a more pleasurable way. So they were genuinely experiencing this. This was a neurological thing that was happening in their brains. They weren't just simply saying, oh, I think this wine is better. But the twist is that all of the bottles of wine that they sampled that had different price points were all the same wine. And yet price itself influenced their perception and their entire experience in drinking the wine. It's pretty amazing, right? So what does this have to do with Black Friday? Well, Black Friday is all about deals and discounts and hopefully, as a business, doing a large volume of sales on that day. But I want to give you a contrarian's view of Black Friday today. And my view is simply, based on this case study, you are literally potentially making your clients and customers happy by charging more. Now, obviously, you need to be able to justify your price in terms of value, in terms of the market that you're selling into. But Black Friday is in particular popular with a lot of B2C companies because it makes sense. You know, if you're selling socks, and in this article that we have that gives a long list of Black Friday examples, and if you're interested, go click the link in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. But in each of these examples, a lot of them are B2C because the margins support it. You know, you have 90% profit margins, you can afford to discount. But more than that, if you are selling a commodity, it's almost required that you discount to drive sales every now and then. For example, you think of going and shopping in malls growing up and seeing friends and family members, you know, purchase and seeing every time we would go, there'd be like a 20% off sign just above the coat rack or the dress rack or whatever it was. There was always some sort of a discount going on, or, you know, if you're a member, or, you know, holiday shopping, whatever the case. And a lot of businesses today are struggling though, and margins tend to shrink over time as all markets and products often inevitably move towards becoming and selling more and more of a commodity. So the first question is, Black Friday is trendy, but should you be participating in it? Which begs the question, are you selling a commodity, right? Because if you're not, then are you destroying value, and in the form at least of people's perception of your brand, of your end product, just by lowering the price, even if it's just for a few days? And I think this is why, for a number of B2B companies, why they just don't participate, but there's still a lot of pressure too. I still hear from entrepreneurs how there's pressure they feel to participate in this, because it's like, how do I capitalize on this trend? And that itself is probably a good question to ask. And perhaps what you might want to consider instead of a Black Friday sale is maybe an anti-Black Friday sale, where you say, you know what, we're going to go against the grain and we're going to do something a little different. Instead of a huge discount, we're going to focus on giving you an offer that has huge value, but is not going to be sold and pitched based on price. It's going to be pitched purely on providing massive value, some sort of additional bonuses, or maybe some sort of a value stack, multiple product offerings or service or productized service offerings that you have. Because look at a recent example. Tesla, their cars have for a long time held sort of this premium position spot. It's based on, new EV battery tech. It's, self-driving tech, very cool, and it's a very good looking car. But when the company has repeatedly slashed prices, what is the perception of Tesla owners and non-Tesla owners as well in the market? Well, the perception is that the brand is lowered a little bit. And it also, according to this research from the wine case study here from Caltech and Stanford, the price may directly influence how pleasurable the experience of the product actually is. So this Black Friday, instead of simply asking what sort of deal or discount should we be offering, maybe instead ask yourself first, are we selling a commodity? And if the answer is no, as for many businesses it is not, you may be selling some sort of a premium service, a high ticket product or service, a unique consumer product that is not yet commoditized. And so if you aren't selling a commodity, how else, if at all, should you participate in Black Friday? Perhaps you can get more creative by coming up with some sort of a value stack offer. Or perhaps the answer is as simple as saying nothing. Another idea, you could put together an ultimate list of Black Friday deals because we're not lowering our prices, but these other guys did. So if you want the best, go pay our normal price. If you want a deal, well, we're happy to help you in general. Here you go. So think about it. I hope you found this video valuable, and let me know your thoughts on Black Friday in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube or on our blog. And if you would like more videos and content like this, be sure to like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our email list. Thank you very much. And if you're interested in delegating all of your digital marketing tasks and projects without the headaches of hiring, I encourage you to check us out at autogrow.co. Thank you very much.